Love a friend, remembering that he can become an enemy. And hate an enemy, remembering that he can become a friend. Never discuss money with people who have much more or much less than you. A healthy man wants 1,000 things. A sick man only wants one. Save your children's tears so they can shed them on your grave. Smile a lot. It costs nothing and is beyond price. 3 things never come back: time, word, and opportunity. Therefore, do not waste time. Choose words and do not miss the opportunity. Buy not what you need, but what is necessary. In a loved one, either correct the vices or endure them. If you fix it, your partner will be better. And if you endure it, you will be better yourself. The funniest people are the saddest ones. 3 paths lead to knowledge. The path of reflection is the noblest path. The path of imitation is the easiest path. And the path of experience is the most bitter path. People will disappoint you, so never put all your trust in anyone. Hard work doesn't always guarantee success, but laziness almost certainly guarantees failure. You'll never be truly happy if you constantly seek validation from others. If you are the smartest person in the room, then you are in the wrong room. The superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. There are 1,000 lessons in defeat, but only one in victory. You learn nothing from life if you think you're right all the time. No one owes you anything. You have to work for what you want in life. There are things we don't want to happen, but have to accept. Things we don't want to know, but have to learn. And people we can't live without, but have to let go. We have 2 lives, and the second begins when we realize we only have one. If they spit at you behind your back, it means you're ahead of them. Study the past if you would define the future. He who knows all the answers has not been asked all the questions. We accept advice in drops, but we distribute it in buckets. Your self-worth is non-negotiable. Never settle for anything or anyone that diminishes it. Learn to say no without feeling guilty. It protects your time and priorities. Maybe you are not healing because you're trying to be who you were before. That person doesn't exist anymore because there's a new you trying to be born. Breathe life into that person. Forgive, but do not forget, or you will be hurt again. Forgetting loses the lesson. Life always waits for some crisis to occur before revealing itself at its most brilliant. Everyone seems to have a clear idea of how other people should lead their lives, but none about his or her own. The worst kinds of enemies are those who pretend to be your friends. Never decide what you can or cannot do based on your lowest points in life. Only put off until tomorrow what you are willing to die having left undone. If you are never alone, you cannot know yourself. We humans have two great problems. The first is knowing when to begin. The second is knowing when to stop. Life sometimes separates people so that they can realize how much they mean to each other. Avoid making decisions when you're angry, and avoid making promises when you're happy. You will never understand the damage you did to someone until the same thing is done to you. Maturity is when you have the power to destroy someone who did you wrong, but you just breathe, walk away, and let life take care of them. Remember that a successful marriage depends on two things. 1, find the right person, and 2, be the right person. Do not laugh at old age. You are coming closer to it. Live as you can, if you cannot live as you want. The harder your life becomes, the faster you will reach your goals. Excuses won't fix your problems. Take responsibility for your actions. Befriend those who expand your thinking, not just your circle. What you yourself will do for your parents, expect the same from your children. Don't use time or words carelessly. Neither can be retrieved. Lead a moderate and sober life if you wish to be independent. You are the only person you can control. Remember that every time you try, you're making progress. Spend so much time on self-improvement, you have no time to criticize others. The patient should not hide his illness from the doctor, and the poor man cover his poverty in front of his friends. Be happy with what you have, but strive for the best. Don't allow someone to treat you poorly just because you love them. Every time you lie, you are creating problems that you will have to deal with in the future. Do the right thing now. One who believes in himself has no need to convince others. If what one has to say is not better than silence, then one should keep silent. You can overcome bad habits only today, not tomorrow. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. It all begins and ends in your mind. What you give power to has power over you. Work on mastering your mind. Excuses are always there and easy to make. Finding a way is what takes courage. Be smart enough to realize that life doesn't wait for you to be okay. When anger rises, think of the consequences. A noble person blames himself, and an insignificant person blames others. It is better to light one small candle than to curse the darkness. Learn to miss someone without wanting them back. If life wasn't hard, you would never grow. Sometimes you just have to accept that some people can only be in your heart, not in your life. Close some doors, not because of pride, incapacity, or arrogance, but simply because they no longer lead somewhere. If you're brave enough to say goodbye, life will reward you with a new hello. Love is a trap. When it appears, we see only its light, not its shadows. Give a bowl of rice to a man, and you will feed him for a day. Teach him how to grow his own rice, and you will save his life. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. Being human means having doubts and yet still continuing on your path. Life has a way of testing a person's will, either by having nothing happen at all or by having everything happen at once. No matter how much you want, but the more you have, the more people will envy you. Let the person speak freely if you want to hear the truth. Discipline yourself to save money. It's essential to success. Don't forget that very often, the best medicine is to live on without it. You won't find the kind of love that your parents had for you anywhere. Work on clearing your thoughts. If you do not have bad thoughts, there will be no bad deeds. The man who says he can and the man who says he can't are both correct.